你好 girls, today's topic is 度假, 度假, holiday. Okay, so let's start with weather. If you want to say today there is, you say 今天有, 今天有. We can say 今天有雾, 雾, there's fog. 今天有云, 云, there's cloud. 今天有雪, 雪, there's snow. You can also say 今天没有，没有 means don't have. 今天没有雨，雨 there's no rain. 今天没有风，风 there's no wind. Now for 晴天，晴天 clear day, we do not use 有 or 没有, we use 是，是 today is clear day. We can't say today have clear day. Okay, so we can say 今天是晴天 or 今天不是晴天。If you want to put this in a sentence, you just need to follow this order. So starting with place, you can say 惠灵顿 Wellington. 今天 today 有 have 雨 rain. Okay, 新西兰 New Zealand. 明天 tomorrow 有 have 风 wind. Okay, 北京 Beijing. 昨天 yesterday 有雪 have snow. Okay, now you can also be very simple and just say whether the weather is good or bad. For example, 今天天气很好 today's weather is good. 明天天气不好 tomorrow's weather is not good. Okay? You can also use adjectives to describe the weather. For example, 冷 very cold, 暖和 warm, and 热 hot. For example, 今天天气很冷 very cold. Okay? Remember the 很 before adjective. 明天天气很暖和 tomorrow's weather is very warm. Okay? Now, to ask in a sentence how the weather is, follow the structure. Place, 惠灵顿 And the time, 今天 for example, today, 天气好不好 Is Wellington's weather today good? Okay? 新西兰明天天气好不好 How is the weather in New Zealand tomorrow? Okay? Now, there's also another way using 什么 asking for what the weather is like. For example, 北京今天什么天气 Okay? What is Beijing's weather? Okay, today. 伦敦明天什么天气 What is weather in London tomorrow? Okay? Now let's move on to transport. If you want to say I take, you say 我坐 Okay? 我坐火车 I take the train. 我坐公共汽车 I take the bus. 我坐飞机 I take the plane. 我坐地铁 the metro. 我坐汽车 I take the car. 我坐出租车 I take the taxi. Okay? So in a sentence, you'll use this format. So subject, whether it is 我 myself, 爸爸 dad, or 小明 Okay? So, for example, 我坐火车去中国 I take the train to China. Okay, now you can't take the train to China, so you'll probably use 飞机我坐飞机去中国 I take the airplane to China. Okay, so 小明坐公共汽车去学校小明 takes the bus to the school. Okay? Now, if you want to ask in a sentence, you say 怎么去 how to go. 你怎么去学校你怎么去学校 How do you go to school? Or if you want to be more advanced, you can also use 你每天怎么去学校 How do you go to school every day? 每天 or 你通常怎么去学校 How do you go to school usually? 你一般怎么去学校 Normally, when do you go to school? Okay. Now, let's move on to the last structure. 你最好 you better. Now, to use this language structure, you need to have a reasoning before you give a suggestion. For example, 今天很冷 Today is cold. 你最好穿外套 You better to wear the jacket. So the reason is because today is cold, your suggestion is you better wear the jacket. Okay? Now, let's give you another example. 今天有雨你最好带雨伞 Okay? There's rain today. You better bring the umbrella. Alright. 再见